For this Laruan ni Obi-Wan video, we're going to take a look at G.I. Joe Classified Series number 118, Iron Grenadiers Cobra Metal Head. First, let us do a quick 360 view of the action figure build or Kitbash build. So, if you're watching this video, then you are interested in improving your metal head action figure without purchasing so much accessories that somehow will add to the cost of a already $34 action figure. Okay, so add-ons, additional on my side, it's just going to be the rifle, Action Force followers, the belt, which the basic action figure did not come with, and the belt improves the overall look, adds contrast, and somehow adds more to the sci-fi theme of the action figure. Okay, so that comes from your first generation G.I. Joe Classified series. If you guessed it, then you are right. Okay, so the helmet, Action Force followers, and the wires that comes from my BlackBerry earphones, which are already broken, and I found the wires to be usable with this action figure. It's bendable, flexible, and does not put stress or strain on the thigh-mounted accessories of the action figure. Okay, so we're going to discuss the things that are just important to make this action figure build much better and more playable, because the one that comes stuck with G.I. Joe Classified series, wires would fall off. The thigh mounted missile pads are just way too far out from the mounting system, and the backpack missiles are just the articulation is very limited, and there is no storage capacity or folding capacity like this. So if you already have an extra rifle, you have an extra Action Force followers helmet, and just junk wire that is lying around in your tech desk or accessory desk or cell phone junk, then you are good to go. Okay, so you'll just need one of these. So just a simple home drill or whatever drill that you have on board is good to go. Okay, so with the drill bits, I just measured the bit that I need to use for this Kitbash. So let's take a look at first the wires, which is the very simplest thing that you could do. Okay, so just cut the amount or the proper length of wire that you're going to use. So old wires, that's good to go. So for example, as you could see, the part that's only glued to the thigh mounted accessory is going to be one end. The other end is free floating. So whenever I move the leg, the length is just going to move up and down. So I also drilled that hole. So instead that it's going to be a very shallow hole, I extended the hole so the wire could move freely, and when you move the thigh, instead of pulling the backpack, the wire is going to just give way. Okay, so not detaching the backpack. Very simple trick, right? Okay, so next thing, with each of the missile pads, so that is the length of the mounting system. Actually, the mounting system is good, so it's nice and sturdy. This is something that's not going to break. I don't know why other other reviewers would really make a fuss about this mounting system, wherein it's, when you take a hold of it, actually it's nice and sturdy. It's not going to break. Plus the thigh mount, that is something that you cannot detach from the thigh of the action figure. It's molded in. Okay, so with a drill bit, once again with this, so I just take off excess material on the hole, so it's going to sit more flush to the thighs of the action figure. As you could see, we have very little clearance, unlike when we first had this from G.I. Joe Classified series. It was just that shallow, but with a little bit of modification, it's now deep. Same thing that I did to the missile pads. So I drilled out and took off excess material so I could store the missiles in. And to take them off, a very simple thing that you, as a kit basher, you already have in your collection. So simple tweezers like this, you could pull it out easily and place it back in. So that's why I call it nothing really fancy, and just have the top part exposed so you know that there are missiles inside the pad. Okay, so moving towards the backpack. So the same thing with the wires. So the glued part is just on the missile pad. This is just like the other section, is free floating. So as you could see, when you put that wire in, it's going to really go inside the backpack. So the length, just proper length, and it free floats. So when you move the legs around, it's just going to extend or depress. So the wire is going to either, when you move the leg this way, it's going to move in. When you pull the leg outward, it's going to pull out, and it's not going to detach the backpack. Unlike the original wire, which comes with this action figure, it's going to immediately detach. So that is free flowing. Okay, so moving towards this section, which is I took cues from the original 3.75 inch action figure, the O-ring. Okay, so the O-ring version had a pivot, it's not a pivoting system, but a gliding system on as a backtop. But with this, actually just drilling so let's detach this, just drilling additional holes on this side and this side. So actually you have two mounting system per missile pad. So you could have it on a firing position. If it's a firing position, then place it up on this section that way. Now if you want a storing position, so just detach it from the backpack, and very simple procedure. There you go. Stored position, firing position, and so as you could see, so this is firing position number 1. This could also be another firing position. So just in case you wish to have a different angle, there you go. instead of having both just mounted on top. Well, you could also do that if you wish, but just for articulation purpose and added features on your metalhead action figure, which makes your metalhead action figure very versatile. Okay, look at that. So when it's displayed in your case, the action figure pose looks very dynamic. Okay, so same thing that I did with the thigh mounted missile pads. As you could see, that is also the missile for these launchers, and it's stored inside the pad. Difference: this has a through and through hole, so once you want to take it out, you could either just use a stick or whatever you have on board and just move it out that way. So as you could see, that's a through and through hole. So just with the drill, you could extend or take off material from the pad, so you could put the missiles in. No need to purchase accessories that replaces the original missiles. So you're free to paint the warhead with whatever color that you want to add additional contrast to the build. But this way, it stores easy. Or if you want deeper, you could. And if you want it really stored deep in, you could. So just with your simple tools at home, does not take even an hour to do this, because of course just drilling and taking off material, about 15 minutes and you're good to go. The action figure is already playable. So same thing that you do with the wires. Simple cutting of wires, just find the wire that you wish to use. This is nice, soft and pliable. Cut the proper amount of length and you're good to go. Okay, so as to the accessory parts, the firing effects, so are they still once I took off material, are they still usable? So let me show the effects. Okay, so this comes from G.I. Joe Classified series. So let's take a pad. Okay, so pad number 1. So that's still a good to go working effect for the figure. You could see. Well, it just makes the arm flex a little bit. Okay, there you go. And you could have just the other pad, this. So one is firing, one is just stored in. Okay, so how about the ones over here? Are they still usable once you took off material? Okay, nice and tight. There you go. And put the other one in. Yeah, okay, so let's push it back, and let's do another extension thing. Of course, there you go. So still very usable. So when you use your drill, you're just taking off about a micro or 1 centimeter of the internal diameter of the missile pads. Easy thing to do with making this more bearable as an accessory. So either on just a simple static display, you could have the missiles in or the missiles firing. Okay, so let's go to the mods on the head unit. Of course, that's going to be a different helmet, but actually nothing has been done to the original head unit, wherein you could interswap hair and helmet, the original pieces that comes with the action figure. Of course, that comes from Action Force Valverse. I took the targeting system visor from the hair, so this is the one that does not come with that. So as you could see, I just cut it off. So how does it look underneath that Action Force Valverse helmet? Okay, so when you take a look at that, the back side, I painted it black, so it's going to resemble as if all of the hair is underneath the helmet. So easiest fix if you don't want to cut off pieces and glue them to the back of the action figure. Okay, so let's do a face reveal. Okay, so let's take off the Action Force Valverse helmet. So I'm still debating whether I'm going to just have it permanently on, or something that I could just take off and use the original where's the other hairpiece, this hairpiece with the action figure, possibly use this. Well, let's see. So taking off the helmet is easy, and that's the mod for the visor. So that's the original hair piece. Of course, there's going to be a tunnel. So that section actually has that tunnel. Okay. And it's sitting on those two ridges. And we could put this helmet back on. Very simple. And we could even attach more accessories to the helmet. Okay, so as to the paint on the back of the head, that's it. Paint material, well, the paint material that I will always use, nail polish. Easy to apply, easy to remove, dries up in 30 minutes. Okay, so that's the very simple mod for your Tank Buster or G.I. Joe Tank Buster Cobra metal head. So this is my display idea for Metalhead. He gets his own anti-tank drone. So Scrap Iron would also have his own anti-tank drone, but it's a must for Metalhead. Okay, so maximum playability. So we already improved on storing the missiles on the pads, adding a little bit of spice to the action figure. So this look is inspired by the Edge of Tomorrow movie, so that's the reason why I also changed the headgear, because the headgear that was used by the troops in that movie is going to be something similar to this. So yeah, I changed it. So I know that this is an exoskeleton suit that he has on to carry all of that weight. Okay, so if you like this review, like, comment, and subscribe to help me grow my channel. And see you on the next action figure or custom action figure review.